Okay, we're in. We are in. Let me finish setting up everything. I lower the volume on my phone. Oh, I'm live? I'd really like to watch that. Then I'm gonna go to Poketch. Bang, bang. So we're officially in. Welcome back. I should say welcome back. That doesn't make much sense, but welcome. If you're watching on YouTube, this is the Lavender Chief. You're more than welcome to come over to Twitch. Granted, because if you're watching this, it's significantly post the stream. So, but this series will be continuing, I think. I mean, I came back for day 2, so that should say something. After I streamed yesterday, I had this like throbbing headache. I think I'm getting sick, so that's pretty fun. I should probably start the timer as well. That way we have an idea of what the time is. But I'm gonna jump right in because we have a lot of levels. I looked upon my notes to find out how much time was gonna be left. And as it turns out, the last time I did the Platinum Professor Oak's challenge, it took me about 31 hours, I believe. I don't remember for sure. I know it was around 30 to 35. I think it was 31. It might have been 33. And then Section 2 takes about the same amount of time. So we're going to cram a lot of crap in here. So a lot of grinding. So I did write down all the levels everybody evolves at, so I could keep track of that. I'm going to move the timer over to my second monitor. I'm going to pull that up so I can see what level everybody is. And my count. But yeah, that way I have an idea. Like, I never remember what level Psyduck evolves at. It's 33. Now there's no reason I can forget. Because, like, it's right there. It's in front of my face. It's 33. So, time to do a whole crap ton more grinding, which is certainly a thing. Certainly a thing. But I don't know. I think it'll be okay. I keep sitting here thinking, like, if I do 2 hours a day, and, like, 3 days a week, it's going to take a long time. A long, long time. Man, that's like 5 weeks. I didn't tally. I didn't set up the counter like I was supposed to, which is annoying. Didn't think about it. Because manually counting, I'm gonna keep forgetting, because I have to, like, take my hand off the controller. But I guess it's not the worst thing. But yeah, poor Abra still has no attacking moves. I'm pretty sure he doesn't get any. So it's just gonna be a game of Switch training him out for a long time. But because he's traded, it's not as bad. I don't think we're gonna do Magikarp next, because I'm like, it's very annoying to watch. It's also annoying to do. So definitely not gonna put us through all that right away. At that point I might just switch in some other Pokemon. Let them get some experience. Having more mons to be able to switch train in would be beneficial. If I had, like, Geodude right now, bringing him in against Ponyta would be useful. Oh, that's who I didn't write on here. I never wrote Geodude. So when I was writing the note for myself, I'm, like, writing all the names, and I'm like, I counted it. I'm like, how many mons is this? And at first I counted it, I'm like, this only makes 34 mons. I'm supposed to have 36. And then I remembered I forgot to put Pidoo on there, and that evolves via friendship. So I'm like, okay, that's 35. Who did I forget? I forgot to write Geodude. Pretty sure Geodude's 25, I think. Not 100%, but it doesn't really matter. And you see I added Section 1 at the top, because I'm like, that'll be useful for people who are watching this later on. It'll be useful for people who come in now. It's like, instead of being like, oh, well, why is he, only on this route? It's like, well, this is Section 1. But if people were watching it down the stream, like a month or 2 from now, in theory, if it keeps going, they're like, well, why is it part 8 and he's still in this grass? It's like, well, because that's the grass I'm supposed to be in. But yeah, you anybody watching this can tell I'm really good at talking about nothing. Which is a weird life skill to have, but yeah, it is certainly a skill. And then I say that and then I shut up. Because I'm like, I'm out of things to talk about. But on my Ruby Sapphire one, well, I keep saying Ruby Sapphire. I'm doing a Professor Oak's challenge on Sapphire as well. I finished section, I think it's 5. And last night I caught the Regis. Well, 2 Regis you can catch. You can't catch Registeel yet. So I caught Regirock, Regice. And next I have to catch Kyogre, which means doing all the base, the Team Aqua stuff, which is never fun. Should be Starly leveling up. Evolving, I guess. Let me up the counter. $11/18. It's interesting, and I guess I get why, but like you stare at the number and you're like, wow, we're really making progress. And it's like, we're really not, knowing that like it's gonna be so much more. But it's also like, it's gonna be so much more because it's gonna be like, you know, hitting Ponyta to level 40. I'm gonna put Badoo in there. I wanna get Badoo ready to level up, so that way when we're at that point, we can just do one battle and then he evolves. Yeah, pro tip if you're doing a Professor Oak's challenge, you always want to have your friendship evos, once they're ready, like level-wise, get them as close to leveling up as possible, and then just stop leveling them up. So we don't have to do extra levels. So like Zubat, we're gonna evolve him at 23. There's no world we're not. I'll probably literally do a save state and just bounce. Oh, he didn't evolve? Okay, we're just reloading that save state. Because that's just the easiest way to deal with it. Instead of doing like 10 extra levels, because you have to check, it's like, it's easier to do it this way. But yeah, I think I'll go like 2 hours today. And I requested to be off tomorrow, but I don't know if that'll happen. I haven't actually checked. But I'm more concerned, like the only reason I requested off is because I'm like, I think I'm gonna get sick. Because yesterday I had that pounding headache. And at first I was like, oh, this is anxiety. Like, is this nerves? Is this like food? Because technically I'm on a diet. But, you know, Sunday after work I stopped at Chipotle. And, you know how that goes. You don't need a little bit of Chipotle, you always eat a lot. So I was like, maybe it's just my body like revolting, I guess. But then my nose started running. I was like, oh boy. And I've been sneezing for like a week now, but I think I'm just sneezing because of the weather. I don't think that's like because I'm sick, but I do think I'm getting sick. But of course, maybe I'm not. Maybe I just have a headache from listening to the battle music kind of quietly in the side. I don't know. But yeah, during Raw I caught a shiny Caterpie on Ultra Moon. So that Pokédex goal is coming along nicely, I suppose. It was under odds too. I think it was only like 170, I think. Pretty well under odds, which is nice, which is very nice. I'm still, like, because I have in Excel a list of all my shiny hunts and like what the odds are. Like, oh, it was this percent to odds. So I'm still at like 151% over odds, which is crazy when you think about it. But I think it's mostly pulled up by, I have like 3 really, really bad hunts. 34,800, 30,000, and then an SOS hunt that went 1,280. So I think those are just yanking up the numbers. Which is fine. I mean, that's kind of how numbers work, or averages work. You know, no matter what, a high number is going to skew the average, so. Nice, level 14. We're getting there. It definitely feels like Kazaa is slowing down. Where like last time it felt like you just kept like leveling up. Which I guess is what happens when you know, get a higher level. You know, it takes more experience. That's actually one of the things I hate about Black and White. Like, I understand that like they're low-key like fan favorites now, which is interesting. Oh, am I streaming? Like low-key fan favorites, which I'm not saying they don't deserve. They are good games. But the leveling system in that is so bad. And I just love that people will defend it. And I'm like, why? I was in a stream the other day and I mentioned that. And the guy's like, oh, we can just battle Audino. And I'm like, yeah, I can run around waiting for a grass to shake. How is that better than just running in the grass and fighting Pokemon? Because I'm technically, quote-unquote, in the works of doing a Pokemon Black Professor Oak's challenge as well. And I got done Section 1, which is always the worst part. I shouldn't say always. Like, this game, Section 2 might be the worst part. But generally it's the worst part. And now I'm at this point where I need to get the Elemental Stones. And I ran around, I wasted like 40 repels. Because you're literally running around in the cave, hoping that a dust cloud forms. And if the dust cloud forms, you run into it. And sometimes you get a Pokemon. But every once in a while you get a stone or a gem. And I'm just like, this is not fun. You run back and forth enough for like 2 repels to go off. One dust cloud shows up, and then it's like, oh, here's a Drillbur. And I'm like, seriously? Seriously? The phenomena, I don't enjoy that. I wish they would have tweaked it up a little bit so you could get it more often versus the way you get it now. Because I think the way you get it now, it's just not common enough. But that might just be me complaining to complain. You know, so everybody knows how much I hate Gen 5. But I do think Black 2 White 2 is like low-key like an A-tier Pokemon game. Not quite S-tier, but because like all the Gen 5 mons evolve so late. And it puts you in this weird spot where like you don't want to use the mons. Like, why am I going to use Litwick if it evolves to level 38 or whatever? It's just too long. I think Geodude was given like 30 experience to Badoo. No. Oh, you really can't check? Oh, it's right there, 56. Okay, I'm just blind. I'm gonna drink some water. I'm actually drinking vitamin water, blue raspberry limeade today. Which, I do love limes. Blue raspberry is low-key a top tier flavor. I mean, lime is S tier, so I don't think we can send Badoo out here for this. On the plus side, we're only 2 levels away for Kazaa. Now, I was a little lazy. I could have checked to see if like Starly learned more attacking moves at a later level. But I guess at an earlier level. It's like a really good Professor Oak's challenge strategy. Because like in essence, you want to have the most attacking moves possible to reduce the number of Pokemon Center runs. If you can run to the Pokemon Center, you know, 10 less times, you know, it shaves off like 10 minutes. So a lot of times you'll like go out of your way to have moves with PP. So I didn't look to see if Starly learned anything else. I was just like, I don't care. He's level 34. It's not like it's crazy high. If I should have looked for anybody, it would have been Piplup. Now I am thinking, we see a lot of Geodudes here. That's going to be really bad for Shinx. +4 special attack, okay. We have 14 more mons to go. But I do have them all listed, so I know I've gotten them all. And at the end of the day, that's kind of all that matters. It's gonna be so weird when I do section 2 and I find Munchlax. I was thinking about it last night. I was like, you know, maybe I should have gone for a different trainer ID, because that one that we have, Route 205, Eterna City side, like, the way the game, the way the RNG works, or I guess the coding works, is that if you don't slather a different tree in between, like, when you see a Pokemon on the tree, you normally just mash A. If you re-slather, it gives you that option. If you re-slather, what ends up happening is the game goes, wait a minute, you know, you just slathered, so it pulls from the same encounter table. I think it's like 90% of the time it does that. So you really want to go and slather a different tree in between. But I was thinking, I'm like, that's going to be on the other side of Eterna Forest, which is going to be quite obnoxious. It also means, because I was thinking, maybe what I could do is, like, because in my head, I'm going to do a shiny badge quest as well. So I'm going to hunt a shiny after we do section 1, right? So we're going to finish section 1, do the shiny hunt. Section 2, there's really easy shiny hunting spot, quote unquote, where you run around with the girl in the forest, and so you get double battles. So you get, in essence, what are full odds now, and that would be quicker, and it wouldn't, like, cut into much. I could just, you know, even if I wanted to, I could, like, train there with her. Granted, I think she's a Chansey, so I don't think she's that helpful. But the problem is that I wouldn't be able to hunt for Munchlax simultaneously, and I would extend that hunt, which is already so intimidating. Munchlax is literally, like, the worst part of this Professor Oak's challenge. Then the Friendship Evos. And then I think in third place, it's like the section 1, just the grind for level 40 Ponyta. Then I guess in theory, like, number 4 would probably be like going underground for a fossil. But I think it just depends if you like the underground. Which, I mean, I do. I honestly, I used to have a shirt that had, like, it was like a Sinnoh shirt, and it had the underground on it. Because it's like, the underground's like a really cool aspect of the game. I understand if people don't like it. Like, I'm not a fan of when you go down there and nothing is shining and you just have to wait. Like, you run around, you just mash the screen until something shows up. Not a big fan of that. But I'm a fan of the concept overall. I feel like there's a thought I was getting to, and then I just kind of blanked on it. Maybe I should add a bot so like the chat moves a little bit. Like, oh, come to the YouTube channel. So that way it'll move every once in a while, so I have to look. But I don't know, I haven't Twitch streamed in a long time to remember how to do a bot. We are almost there, though. One of the coolest things about Gen 4 is that the Pokeballs shake if Pokemon's like 75% of the way to evolve, leveling up. And I only learned that like a few years ago. If you watch them, like that 4th ball, you can see it shaking. Because I'm pretty sure that's where Budew is now after like reorganizing the team. Because Budew is ready to level up. But I'm just going to go, not today. Not today. I mean, we might do an evolution, a level check at the end of stream, just to see. But I'm not going to waste all that time. I mean, I guess at level 11, it was like he was gaining experience pretty fast. Like the bar was moving fast. Man, lately I've been really big into Kendrick Lamar. It was very annoying. I waited until the Spotify Wrapped came out to finally listen to Mr. Morale. Because I was like, oh, you know, this album's probably really sad. It's, you know, introspective. All I knew from it was We Cry Together. I'd heard We Cry Together in passing. So I was like, this album's probably not going to be a good album. Which was very stupid of me. Because then I listened to it like a month ago, and ever since then it's just been like, all I want to listen to are songs off that album. But I did that on purpose so that way it wouldn't destroy my Spotify Wrapped and just have Kendrick like #1 far and away. But that means he's probably going to be #1 this year. But I say that because I have, song off GNX, Hey Now, stuck in my head. I might just have to steer into the skid and just listen to a bunch of Kendrick this year. Just to clear him out. But I say that, and then he'll probably like drop an album this year and it won't matter. Oh, I keep meaning to do this. It is January 6th, 2026. I keep thinking, I'm like, it would be cool if I dated them. I watch Hugo One's 24-hour stream. Sometimes it's like, it's good to fall asleep to, right? You put it on and, it's just, stuff in the background. Because who can sleep in silence? Then you have to think. And sometimes I sit there and I try to go, like, when was the stream from? Based on, like, who's subscribing now and, like, what they're talking about. And, like, the sound of his mic. You learn Confusion? Nice. But I was thinking, I was like, for a Professor Oak's challenge stream, it would make a lot of sense for me to date them. So somebody who's watching can be like, oh, it took him this long. Like, same thing with the counter, the timer, how I have the timer going. Because I'm like, that way you can see how long it takes. You tune in randomly, you see, oh, he's at hour 100. It's like, well, why? What's going on with this? I guess kind of like eye-grabbing. I have it very small, so it's probably not that eye-grabbing, but... Okay. It was Y. Okay. So, I was thinking we should actually have a Pokemon that can defend themselves for a little bit. So let's just go with Machop. He also evolves pretty late, so... I think he's like the next latest after the 3-stage Mons. And, Ponyta. Put it there. Put you there. Actually, we have to... We'll just put Piplup at the back. Yeah, that works. And we'll just have Piplup for the switch training. Because he's so far from evolving. And then we'll let Zubat get some experience. Because he does need to level up. Like, no matter what, he needs at 23. Scary old Machop. And hopefully Staravia can just run out of PP and struggle till we, like, slide him to the next spot. Or maybe he'll just die. I don't know. This is gonna be like what most of these streams are gonna be like, is like just running the PP out on these mods. Which I admit is not the most fun. But apparently people want this. People on Reddit asking for it, yet nobody shows up. To be fair, I haven't advertised it on Reddit, so... You have a fighting move yet? You do have low kick. Let's just give it a try, see what happens. I mean, Geodude should weigh a decent bit. But granted, with the leveling, it might not matter. No, it does. Okay, that's a 2-hit kill. I can trust Machop to kill a few Geodudes. That's a good amount of experience for him. So maybe we'll bring Machop in for the Geodudes. Our primary goal is getting Bidoof up. Maybe like level 8, maybe it can defend itself then. I mean, it should learn Water Gun pretty soon. I don't remember what level. And Lucky has all the PP. Like, he has 4 attacking moves. Granted, one of those moves is Metal Claw. Ooh, Growl. That was very much sarcasm. I'd rather him not have Growl. But, I mean, I guess he's gotta have some moves, so... I'd rather it be Water Gun, because at least then he could kill the Geodudes. But, we'll get there. This is probably going to be a long time before we go back to the Pokemon Center. We got like 4 Mons to battle. Nice, Staravia. And he hits his final form at 34. So that's going to be quite a ways away. It's our 3rd highest. And then Psyduck, and then Shinx. One of those weird things about like Gen 7 I like is that if you wait to evolve, you actually get more experience. I think that started in Gen 7. It might have been like a Gen 6 thing. But it's very beneficial for situations like this. Because then you're not just worrying about like, oh, he learns more moves at this level. It's like, okay, well, if I wait, he's going to get more experience. And, you know, experience rules everything around me. Yurm. It was a very cringe reference. I apologize. I really don't apologize, though. Who doesn't love a good cringe reference? Like, sometimes you gotta just be a little cringe. And what's better than being cringe? Ice cold. I got music on the brain. But it makes sense. What else am I supposed to have on my brain? Work? Forget work. No, I mean, I dream about work way too often. Which is like the most awkward thing. When you're like at home, and then you dream about work, and then you have to wake up and go to work. It's so bad. But I did sleep better last night, but granted, I think that was because I took NyQuil. I was like, I think I'm getting sick. My nose had been runny. But then I kind of slept like a log, so it doesn't really matter. I don't know, because I don't feel that bad right now. I am curious, because literally it was like last night after the stream my head started pounding. Because at first I just assumed it was like, man, my body is telling me don't do the streaming again. Maybe I was staring at the screens, at the music or whatever. Nice. Level 7. He might be able to kill something. You know what, he can not use a fishing rod. Yeah, I was gonna say, I know people can learn Rock Smash. Bidoof. The Rock Smash doesn't have that much PP. I think it only has 15. So we do want to be careful. Yeah, 15. A lot of times in these challenges, I don't like wasting my TMs, so I normally just sit there. That means let's see how much Rock Smash does. I mean, it's like a 4-hit kill. That's not too bad. It needs on 5 damage. Yeah, we can do this. We. Sometimes I stutter. Which is a very weird thing to point out, but... we really want his Bidoof to have Water Gun. Granted, he evolves at 15. He evolves so low. Which means we're going to have to switch his spot with Abra. I didn't think about that when I put Abra in there. I like having them in order of when they evolve. So it's like you can stare at it and be like, wow. And if you like show somebody, it's like, look, you know, this one was this level, this one was this level. And it's a little more visual. I used to like record them and, well, not record them, but like take video and be like, wow, it was this many hours. I put a song over it. Like, oh, you know, section 1 took this long, and then I realized nobody wanted to see it. Like, none of my friends were like, wow, this is so cool. It's more for me to, like, keep track. And then it's like, why am I doing that? I could just open an Excel spreadsheet and just put it in there. That is an option. Yeah, just don't like the level 7 Geodudes. They're a little concerning. I don't know what level Geodude gets, like, magnitude. It's probably way later, but probably, like, in the teens. But I don't think I don't think Machops can be able to kill it in a few hits. And I know Bidoof's gonna take like 4 or 5. And we have to run the risk of him dying, so. Happy 1 o'clock. I was gonna start at noon, and then I was like, I gotta charge my phone. And I was watching Safrilla's, I don't know how to pronounce his channel's name, but he's ranking all the Zelda dungeons, all the 3D Zelda dungeons. And I was like, well, I don't want to finish this. I still have it on the screen, just waiting to be put on. But it was definitely something to kill the time while I waited. Drink some water. I got caught water, and it's not. It's like juice. Nutrient enhanced water beverage. Whatever the heck that means. Another Ponyta. I think we're still just switch training. It's like the only way to train these mons and they're low level. I hate making the run back to the Pokemon Center over and over again. So it's gonna be kind of the downside of this. It was kind of cool though, because I I uploaded part 1 to YouTube like right after the stream was over. And granted, I didn't get any subscribers and nobody came over to Twitch from YouTube. But it did get 6 views. And I'm like, I mean, there might be a community that wants this. Because there really, I mean, I'm sure there is, but I don't think there's much like in terms of people doing this online. Because it's like, it's a challenge. It's like you have to keep talking and be interesting. I know like Johnstone does them. I know Absol Blogs Pokemon did one. I don't know. I've heard Chaotic Meatball did one. I don't watch their content. They were a channel at some point. I don't remember why, but I was like, this just is not for me, and I just removed them from my feed. I think it was because they were just like doing challenge videos. I'm like, I don't want to watch these. Pokemon on YouTube is like, I don't want to say it's dying. It's evolved in a direction I do not like. Where it's all just like, oh, how can we make the games harder? And it's like, that's not fun. It's not fun. I mean, it might be fun for some people, and I'm not judging those people. You know, if that's what people get off on, that's fine. But for me, it's like one of those things, and I'm trying to think of a way to phrase this, but like I've watched J-Rose beat Pokemon Red and Blue with like a Machop. So like if I see a video and it's like, oh, can I beat this game using only poison type Pokemon? It's like, yeah, you probably can. You probably can. The concept doesn't do anything for me anymore. Like it's been pushed to its absolute limit. And it's just like, I don't know, it's kind of a waste of time at that point. As much as I would enjoy watching the videos historically. But that is part of the reason I'm doing this, because I'm like, for one, it would be nice to have it on YouTube. For if anybody's like, oh, I want to watch one of these. Let me see how hard it is. It's like, okay, well, it's there now. You know, you're stumbling across the challenge. You're like, oh, how bad is this? You're gonna see like a Johnstone video. It's not, excuse me, because it's like condensed and, you know, trimmed up. It doesn't look as bad. Seeing this would be like, oh, like I get it now. I see why this is a challenge. But on top of that, it's just my YouTube algorithm is so bad nowadays. I think I mentioned this last time. But it's like, I turn it on and it has nothing for me. Like every once in a while, it'll like sneak a good video out there, but... And YouTube does this like weird thing, and maybe if anybody's watching this far into it, maybe they can comment and tell me I'm wrong, or say it happens to them as well. But it does this weird thing now where like if I watch a Call of Duty video, it'll buffer. Like it'll stop loading and be like, you know, it puts the circle up and it has to load it. It'll also sometimes do it with Grand Theft Auto, but nothing else. Like, I could watch like 1,000 Pokemon videos back to back to back, and it won't do that. But if I turn on a Grand Theft Auto video or a Call of Duty video, it will. And I'm like, I wonder why it's doing this. Is it really sitting there and going like, oh, this is adult content? Because for a while I thought it was my internet. My internet has historically been kind of weird. I know, like, years back when I used to stream, it would just randomly cut out on the streams at certain times, which is like the worst thing that can happen in a stream is the stream crashing. Because then you're just like sitting there waiting for people, and then a lot of times people will put it on and then they'll open another tab and then they'll just kind of forget it's there. So like your view count will just like slash. We're like, oh, all those fake people watching aren't watching anymore. Good job, Bidoof. So you like watch the numbers dwindle down, then you have to wait and hope that people are like, you know what, it's worth the 5 minutes before it comes back up to join back in. And a lot of times they don't, which is understandable. I don't blame people for that. Time is valuable. You know what they say, time's the most valuable actually. So I'm gonna call my favorite girl and she's gonna bring that to me. So I'm going out of my way intentionally to be clean. Like no profanity. I'm trying. I know last time I profaned twice, but I'm trying to cut it down. Just that way YouTube's not afraid to share it. And I mean, that's beneficial. That's enough of a reason, right? Yeah, I mean, Machop, we know Machop has low kick, so we don't want to leave Bidoof in there. But I think at this point I'll let Bidoof fight some like a Ponyta. Why not, right? Yeah, it's super effective. Let him get some experience. See, like this Ponyta level 6, it's going down. We have Stab, and he doesn't. Or she doesn't. So we have Tackle. And they don't. I think they do, but you know, they're a fire type, so it's not as useful. Yeah, that was pretty easy. And we only need Bidoof to level 15, so shouldn't be too ridiculous. And I will say, like, I'm sorry, I'm realizing how much my stream is just random streams of thought. Like months back, every once in a while, like my power would surge out, and I think it was my old heater. Because I'm like, I haven't had that problem in a long time, and you can't hear me, but I'm you might be able to hear that. I'm knocking on wood. But every once in a while, the power would just surge out for like a split second, and everything would come back on. And it hasn't done that in a while. I'd ordered this new heater off Best Buy, and it just gets the job done. Granted, I don't like that it always runs. Even on eco mode, you would figure it would, like, every once in a while just get quiet. But, like, I can hear it right now. It's 45 outside. Why are you blowing so hard? I'm curious what it's going to do to my electric bill. Though, apparently my car insurance bill went down. They sent me a letter, and I'm, like, looking at it, and I'm like, this doesn't match what I've been paying. I normally pay, like, 30 bucks more than this, so I don't know what's going on with that. I'm certainly not complaining, though. My money's been a little tight lately. But, I mean, it's my fault. I love wasting money, particularly on food. Like, I'm a big boy. Bring the chop in there. But it's like, I blame DoorDash. DoorDash is such a great thing, but also like horrible because you're just like incentivized to not do anything and then get food. Nope, the food's gonna show up, so I might as well just order food. I've been trying to cut down on that. I think I've only used DoorDash like 3 times in the last 2-3 months, I think. I'd actually uninstalled it for a while, and then one time I ran out of groceries, so I was like, I just have to. course they get a crit. I mean, it doesn't really matter. If we faint, we faint. So yeah, probably next Pokemon Center trip, Bidoof will evolve. Unless he learns like a good move, but I feel like he's gonna learn Rollout first. I don't know why. I mean, I guess he has Defense Curl already, so. Now we're just gonna let Bidoof die here. Or maybe kill it, I don't know. Yeah, it's understandable. We don't need to keep grinding it. Use the next Pokemon. Yeah, let's send Zubat out there. Because Zubat's gonna need to switch train anyway. So I might as well start getting him some experience. But I'm pretty sure they fixed Zubat in Gen 4. Like, he actually becomes good. Because in Gen 3, again, I mentioned I'm doing a Sapphire POC. And, should I say it POC or should I POC? I don't know. But on there, he didn't learn Wing Attack till I think it was 21. And I'm like, why? Why did he want to be so useless for so long? You could just be useful for a little bit. Wouldn't that be better? But he told me no. He said, I don't want to be useful. I want to be worthless. Which is understandable, I guess. It's kind of my life mantra, too. Be as useless as possible. We have had 2 evolutions in this episode, so we're like, in this stream, we have made it somewhere, just not very far. That's how this always ends up being. Again, it should be about 30 hours, so we should, in theory, be 10%. Which honestly feels kind of good. I'm like staring at the timer, and I'm like, 10% with what we've done so far? Of course, like, if people show up and I start talking and getting distracted, it might go up. It might also just go down. Just because I might have moved kind of slow last time. Sometimes you're sitting there trying to control the TV and find a good YouTube video, and it just adds time. So it is possible that it goes down. I wouldn't bank on it, but it's possible. Yeah, so we're gonna do what I call the I don't normally call it anything, but like the real grind, where you just don't even care. You just run back and forth until something faints. We are averaging, it's like 55 encounters an hour, which I'm not that good at math, but 30 hours would only mean we were at like 1,500. Something like that. Yeah, because I'm doing the math in reverse about the other math. And it does seem about right. Which is interesting. Which I guess explains why I didn't get any shinies on it. But also my shiny luck is dog water, so... But I think after this is done, I'm gonna go back to the Sapphire Professor X challenge. Because it's Tuesday, I'll have to do a bug catching tournament on Heart Gold Soul Silver. Where on my shiny bingo board, I put just anything in the shiny bingo board. Or anything. I put anything from the bug catching contest. Because I'm like, it's kind of cool they'd have their own special ball. Be a shiny in their own special ball. But you can only do it 3 days a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And I normally work Thursday and Saturday, so... But today I can do one. I think I get like 160 encounters, which is ironically what we're at right now. So... I mean, I wouldn't expect a shiny in that. So yeah, I guess it's kind of checking. The logic be logicking. I think that's what I'll go to next. Yeah, I might just do that next. Get the 160 encounters out of the way. Not get the shiny. That'll put me at like 640, I think, something like that. Be like, haha, we're almost to 1/10 odds. And then I'll go back to the Sapphire Professor X challenge. I also played Minecraft yesterday. Been trying to like actually go back to playing it. Minecraft is a really good game to play when you have like a podcast or something. Because like this project I have, I'm trying to clear out like an area, and I guess it's got to be like 130 blocks by 130 blocks. The concept was I wanted an area where the enemies could spawn, so it's like I call it a Coliseum. I'm trying to flatten the area out, so that way I can, you know, have it flat and have enemies spawn there, and put like a roof on it, some walls on it. In my head, I'm like, I'll have little spots where like there are gaps in the ceiling, so there's some like natural light. Maybe I'll use like redstone torches, so that way it doesn't despawn enemies. And I'm like, maybe I'll have some bunkers so you can like hide underground and recover. But it just takes so long to flatten the area out. It's like I looked at it yesterday and I'm like 50 away from the middle. Like on each side. So it's like to do a row, it's like 50 and then it's like 10 blocks. And it's just taking so long. And the reason I know it's the middle is because that's where I put my beacon. I put a beacon there so I could mine faster. But I'm so far away that I can't even access the beacon. Which is just, I guess, rough. I also had an idea for a series where, like, the concept would be, in essence, it would be speed running, but with a randomized file. So it'd be like you'd look at your starters and you'd be like, which one of these starters is going to increase my odds of getting through this game the most? But I was like, should I randomize items? Because like randomized moves are like so broken. Imagine a Staraptor with like Blast Burn or something. Like you end up having like these broken move sets, and it wouldn't really be fair to like compare. But then it's like if I'm not comparing anything, it's just like fake J-Rose, I guess. And do I want to do fake J-Rose? No, not really. But I do love when you have like a timer going. I used to speedrun. If you're on YouTube, you can see I used to have speedrun videos. Used to. They're still there. But, I don't know. It's like you stop doing it for a while, you start sucking at it. I used to speedrun Ocarina of Time. And I tried. Like a few months back, I was like, I'm going to get back into doing this. Because I know I can get my 100% time down. And I got all the way to fishing. And I was like, for one, I was already like 10 minutes behind. Don't know how I used to do so much better. But I'm like, whatever, I don't care that I'm 10 minutes behind. And then it took me like 20 extra minutes to do fishing. And I'm like, this is horrible. This is absolutely horrible. You forget how bad fishing is in that game. I'm sure if you have like an exact setup, it doesn't really matter. But I'm just an idiot. I don't have an exact setup. So, of course, I could probably just look up a guide and then get an exact setup. But if I'm 10 minutes behind, then it doesn't really matter. Probably not going to PB again. And I was debating learning how to do like a glitch run. But I was trying to set up the... So I learned how... Because I was doing randomizers for a little while. And I learned how to do the bomb jump. Like the one where you roll into the bomb and you mash A. So you can just kind of do a jump later on. And I learned how to do that. And I'm like, oh, this would be kind of cool to add to a run. How much PP does Endeavor have? 5? Yeah, we'll take that. But I was like, knowing what I know, like the few glitches I know, I could kind of add this into a run. So I was like, well, if I'm going to do that, I also learned how to do the Shadow Temple skip, where you skip like half a Shadow Temple. And I'm like, yo, like, because the Shadow Temple's low-key, it's the worst part of the game. It's like that point where you're just kind of ready for the game to be over. And then the game's like, hey, and here's the Shadow Temple, and it's just kind of a straight line, and it takes forever. I love Ocarina of Time. This isn't like me bad-mouthing the game. So, I was like, okay, you know, doing this, like, if I'm going to do that, what I could do is I could go in the Shadow Temple early, because there's a glitch to do that, right? Because normally, I'm saying all this like people know how Ocarina of Time plays. In Ocarina of Time, normally to get to the Shadow Temple, you need to beat the Forest Fire and the Water Temple. So normally, best case scenario, the Shadow Temple is your 7th dungeon. Because you also have to do the Kid Link dungeons. So I was like, well, if I learned how to do the Shadow Temple early, I could do it 4th, like right when you're nearby, do that, and then I'd have the hover boots, which would be beneficial, I suppose. And I could probably find a way to make it beneficial. But then I was trying to do the Shadow Temple early glitch, and I'm like, I'm so bad at this. And I watched multiple videos. I'm like, I just can't, I can't get this. And then I was like, maybe I should try it on the actual console, because I have a Wii. It's in Japanese, with the Japanese ROM. That way I can actually speedrun it, right? And so you would think, okay, like, I had practiced on there. But because it's a Wii, and it's an HD TV that I use, it does not like that combination. So I have to have like a converter, I think. Like a converter and a capture card. Which, okay, that's still not that bad. But it means this whole setup that I have to have connected. And then it adds input delay and all that. Maybe it would be worth to just get a CRT. I don't know, then it would look worse. But then probably capturing would probably be easier. Or I could just do it on an emulator on the computer. But then I can't be within 10% of the world record, but I wouldn't be anyway. And then I'm like, if I'm gonna do all that, I'd have to learn how to do like a quicker water temple. And I've never been able to successfully bomb hover. I just can't do that. Granted, I haven't tried in a long time. But I always thought that would be cool. But then it's like, what category of a run even is this? Just kind of a run for the sake of doing a run. Which ain't nothing wrong with that. Man, Staravia is level 18. Ain't that crazy? I will say, I'm starting to get like a pain in my left arm where I keep reaching up to tap the counter. I could probably get comfy in this chair. That's actually an option. Because I'm pretty sure the mic will pick me up fine still. Maybe I'll use my right arm now. And if you were curious, we're only at 187 encounters. One of the things I don't like about Gen 4 is the fact that you can adjust where moves are in the middle of battle. In Gen 3, you just hit select and you can reorganize moves right then and there. So when you're grinding and you're like, oh, I'm out of PP on this move, you can literally just be like, okay, next move, you're up. Cut his defense. Loki, the stratted? No. I love when, I guess like a PokeTuber trope, when they have like Sonic Boom and they're like, do you think this Pokemon has more than 20 health? And I'm like screaming at my TV every time. Like every Pokemon at level 5 has 20 HP. They're not hard and fast rule, but pretty darn close to hard and fast rule. Some have 19, some have like 21. I'm sure like a Chansey probably has like 30, whatever, but if you're battling level 5, you probably know they have 20 HP. Because I'm sitting here like, oh, I could use Endeavor, but it would probably not do any damage. Until I take some more damage. We keep accidentally moving up. So I guess Machop probably has like 24 HP. I don't know if it does or not, but that's my general rule of thumb. But you watch these PokeTubers who get paid money to do this for a living, and they'll be like, I don't know. Which, I mean, is fine. It's fine. People don't want to learn. They don't want to learn. I do love Staravia's little, like, hair tuft. Kind of curls down on it. But yeah, I think the reason I stopped playing Minecraft was because at some point I drowned, so I lost my map. You get emotionally invested in that map. And I think I lost one of my Elytras as well. I think I'd replaced the Elytra with a new one after I had drowned. Then I was like, I don't feel like redoing this map. Which, I don't understand why it bothers me so much. It doesn't take that long. But I love when you're doing a project on Minecraft and you can see it, like, evolving on the map. Oh. Oh, Happy New Year, Amika. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. How are you doing? I mean, not to be negative, not much is good. We're just out here vibing with this Staravia, getting its levels up. Nice. I'm glad you're doing great. Yeah, I realistically can't complain. I mean, it's not good. It's just the absence of good or bad. It's just a thing. What do you like to play? Pokemon. I like Pokemon. I like Zelda. I play a little bit of Minecraft from time to time. NBA 2K. I mean, I haven't played San Andreas in a long time, but that's a really good game. No. I don't play that many games. I don't really consider myself a gamer. I more so consider myself a Poke nerd. Never have tried Genshin Impact. When it came out, people told me, they were like, it's like Breath of the Wild. And I'm like, that doesn't sell me on this game. It just makes me want to play Breath of the Wild. Yeah, again, not really a gamer. Oh, thank you for the follow. It says keep going. 3 out of 10 followers on my thing. I don't think it used to do that. That's a new thing for Streamlabs, I guess. Or maybe it used to and I just don't remember seeing it. I don't know. I can't believe that didn't kill him. But yeah, currently we're just doing this challenge. I pointed down like there was a camera on me. We're doing a Professor Oaks challenge, and then it's going to be combined with a shiny badge quest. We just haven't worried about the shiny yet. Oh, I have a job. I would highly advise not having one of those, but you know, that's the joys of adulthood. Working 40+ hours a week just to be tired all the time. But it's my day off, so can't complain too much. What about you? Oh, that's a trick question right there. Technically, I've been streaming on this account for 2 days. I mean, I had some streams before that, but they don't really count. I used to stream like 5 years ago, I said 5.5 years ago, because it was during COVID. So it would have been like April to, I don't know, like October. And then I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. And I like de-affiliated my account and everything. So yeah. Twitch itself wasn't fun for a while. I had kind of like this big falling out with an IRL friend on Twitch. And so I was like, every time I was somewhere, I was like, oh, is he going to show up? Is he going to be passive aggressive towards me? Like, what's going to happen? And it just became a lot less fun. Where it's like, and I don't want to say it was like a job, but it kind of was for a little bit. Because it was like, because I was affiliate, I was making money. Not a lot, but I was making money. And so it was like this thing where I had to like, okay, you know, I have to stream. And then I would stream for too long. I would do these streams that are like 8-9 hours long. And it's like, no wonder I was so tired of doing it. But something like this, like it has to be streamed. I couldn't imagine putting this up as a YouTube video and people watching it. Which, granted, it is being uploaded to YouTube, so take from that what you will. But I don't know what part you're whatting, like, seriously, because I talked a lot. But yeah. And I had, yes, but no. I wouldn't really call myself a YouTuber. Like, I used to consider myself a YouTuber from, like, 2007, probably to, like, 2019. I would call myself a YouTuber. Because I used to, like, actually upload YouTube videos and edit them and do all that jazz. Right now, I'm just, like, I'm doing this stream, and then I'm going to upload it to YouTube. So that way there's, like, documentation of, here's what 2 hours of grinding on a Professor Oaks challenge looks like. Oh, used to, not anymore. I do not edit myself anymore. But even back then, I wasn't much of an editor. Like, I knew, like, basic editing. But it was like, I was a Windows Movie Maker kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? You put it in Windows Movie Maker. You put a little PIP in there. Nothing too crazy. But I don't have, like, the patience for, like, actually editing. I should, but I don't. I think what it is, I don't like hearing myself talk. Which, granted, I don't think most people do. But, yeah. I'm curious what you mean by that. Why don't I use stuff for attract viewers? I do. I'm doing a stream. And I'm conveniently doing it at a time where most kids are at school. So that way I don't have to deal with that. But I'm curious what you mean in particular. In terms of video editing? Oh. Because then it's like a professional display. And who likes that? Like, if you keep it simple... You know, it's clean. It's... I don't really know, to be really honest. I wanted to do this for a while. I was like, I want to upload it and have it, you know, exist as a thing. So I was just like... Yesterday I was sitting there and I was like, you know what, I'll just do this. I mean, you are more than welcome to. You can whisper me. If you really want to do that kind of stuff, to show me examples. But that doesn't mean I'm going to use it. Your DC. What is your DC? Oh, yeah, see, this account isn't affiliated with any Discord. If you find me on Discord, that is not me. My old account has a Discord attached to it, but... I like that your Discord is the same as your Twitch handle. It's very easy to remember that way. I probably could make another Discord. I don't know. I think if we're being really honest, I'm kind of doing it this way on purpose. So that way there is no risk of success, so to speak. If that makes sense. Where like I can kind of just like vibe and get back in the habit of doing it. But, well, I will say this. I am surely not adding you at this moment. You'll have to wait till after the stream is over. I'm probably only going to go for another hour. And then I'd have to like make a Discord account again. I don't even know if I have Discord on my phone. Because I know I had removed it when I had... Yeah. After stream, I forget everything. My brain is actually just a black hole. And there's a lot of stuff in there, and then a lot of it just disappears. And then it's just gone. So, it's possible. It's possible. I will forget the only person who came into chat today. It's possible. It's possible. No. What I was saying is that there is not a Discord. So, for me to add you, I'd have to make a Discord. And I have to see if I even have the Discord app. So all that would definitely take at least like 5 minutes. I'm not going to stop the middle of the stream to do all that. Which is understandable, I think. That is the plan for after the stream. I will push back my other stuff for the 5 minutes, supposedly. Probably for a little longer than that. But I'm not going to do that in the middle of the stream. Because then people would have to stare at this screen. And just like listen to the background music and all that. I mean, I'm certainly not giving you my personal Instagram. And that's no offense towards you. That is a separate being, a separate world off on the side. I don't think I ever made an Instagram for the handle that I wasn't using. I find it interesting you haven't picked a color. I might have to like resize the text display. I mean, I guess it's legible, sort of. I don't know, it would be like you'd have to stare at it. Maybe I should also make it longer. But I don't really feel like it's needed to be longer with a few people dropping in. If there's a bunch of people, maybe being longer would be helpful. But I do think the text needs to be bigger. Because like with one, two, three people in, it's like the chat just kind of stays there. I do like the follow sound I used. It's Gen 2 Shiny Sparkles, which was very much a decision I made years back. But I had done was starting to do a Black 2 Professor Oak's challenge on Twitch the last time, and I was like, I'm not vibing with that. I think to do one of them on Twitch or YouTube, it needs to be a game that has that isn't rare candy farming. Because then it became so much of me just like I would run in to do a few encounters and then I would pause to check for rare candies. I think Platinum might have like a decent mix of movement in it. Where like Black 2, White 2, it takes a long time to get done Section 1. Or Platinum, it's like if it takes 30 hours, it takes 30 hours. Which is low-key a top-tier Kanye West songs. I mean, thank you for your Instagram handle. I appreciate that. If I make an Instagram account to go with this channel, which I might not do, then I will surely follow you. But again, I'm not gonna follow with my personal Instagram. I like to keep that separate. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Endeavor should actually do damage here. Big damage. Big damage. Now, it's interesting, your Instagram does not match your Twitch handle or your Discord handle. Is that like a more like business style? Is that what you're in school for? I'm gonna turn the mic off for a second. Sorry about that. There's I guess it's a fire station nearby. And so every once in a while their siren starts going off and it's very loud, very obnoxious. So I've been muting the mic. I don't know how much it would actually get picked up by the mic, but I'd rather not find out. I feel like it would be very obnoxious. But that's actually kind of cool. When I got out of high school, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I mean, I'd been YouTubing for a few years at that point, not like succeeding at it. But in my head, I was like, oh, this YouTube thing. And that was a long time ago now. And I've never actually thought about going back to school. I don't think as an adult I could. Like, for one, just like, I don't want to say I'm busy. I'm not that busy. But like actually sitting down and paying attention and studying, I don't know if I could do all that. There we go. That's something Machop can kill. $20 levels for Machop. 20 levels. It's gonna be a long time with Machop. Because if memory recalls correct, I think he only gets fighting type moves. Which could work if we went to the mine, aside from a plethora of Zubats. Switch to Rock Smash. But yeah, it's interesting if you don't pick your Twitch chat color, because like the screen shows you as blue, and then Streamlabs shows you as like a, I don't know, not a salmon, like a reddish orange. You would figure it would like pick the same color, but it doesn't. Just picks whatever it wants. Didn't even do half. Lucky is not that strong. Well, he's gonna take so long to level up. I guess it's just that he's splitting experience, but still. I mean, Machop should be able to beat a Machop. I think he has no guards, so he should always hit. That wasn't that bad. No Karate Chop. Yeah, it's just another move. They both have the same PP. Yeah, Professor Oak's challenge, like, you always have to worry about PP. Always. It's like always on the brain. PP on the brain. So yeah, I think Rock Smash is what, like 40? Karate Chop's 50. I don't know what low kick is with Ponyta's weight. I'm not that obsessive. But Karate Chop got the job done. Level 8, we should be able to beat that. Okay, let's see. Karate Chop did, like, I don't know, 40%. Low kick kind of did the same. It feels good to have Mons that can actually attack. By doing the Abra and the Wormholes kind of sucked. Nice, we leveled up. I wonder how bad that typing sounded on screen. It's a good old Karate Chop. We're officially at 238 encounters. Which is both a lot and not that many. Earlier, I misspelled friendship. I put friendish. Friendish. Friendisip. So many Machops. Machops apparently like antagonizing Machops. Today I learned. Foresight? How much PP does it have? 40. No. No, we're not adding all that PP. No, we can struggle. I mean, granted, we wouldn't normally struggle anyway, but I don't think it'll matter too much with Machop. He is like tearing through these Geodudes. So maybe next stream we'll start with Magikarp and then go to something else. Magikarp's like the nightmare though. On the plus side, though, in theory, when we find the Bidoof can evolve, Zubat should also be pretty close to evolving, because we called them, I think they were like back-to-back. What good battle music this game has. Just really, it's the spot. But I always get low kick like mixed up in my head. I'm always like, oh, it does this much damage. Like in my head, it's like Sonic Boom, except with weight factored in. It's like, no, it's like magnitude, just without the randomness. It's based on weight. Look at this Machop go, though. He's killing everything. Hello, Idalia. For one, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. We're just doing a Professor Oak's challenge at Pokemon Platinum. But not much is up. Just grinding out our team. Professor Oak's challenge, just by its very nature, very slow. What's up with you? Oh, okay. I was like, I'm never going to remember Eve. But then Eve is also right there in your name. So, I understand. No. My favorite game is Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Platinum is probably like in my top, 7. Somewhere in there. I would probably say that my favorite Pokemon game is Heart Gold, Soul Silver. But Platinum is probably like right up in that area as well. So, is it your favorite game? I have to get better at that. Like, I gotta ask questions. And I always, like, blank on it. In general, or today? Today, I've been playing it for 1 hour and 23 minutes. This file, I've been playing for 3 hours, 53 minutes. And if you're asking in general, I've been playing this game since it came out. So I think that was like 2008, 2009, something like that. So, it's a good game. I didn't kill him with one hit there. Probably should have switched to Rock Smash, because I think that's weaker, but... Hey, I mean, that is actually really good to know. Nobody's actually mentioned that. So, it is good to know that it is not delayed. I don't know, at some point my internet will probably not be good. I am also from the States. I'm just gonna say East Coast, and I will call it that. I mean, it is certainly a place to be born at and live. That didn't kill him in one hit either. This might be rude, but Florida is not one of the states I would go to. Florida seems very hot and miserable. I probably should, yeah. To be honest, I've been keeping the Twitch channel very low-key and not putting a lot of resources into it at the moment. To be honest, when I like came back to streaming, I wasn't really... Like, it's gonna sound horrible. I might not keep streaming. This might just be something to do for a week and I might get bored and just stop. So I haven't put a lot of time into like the setting of stuff up. But I guess I probably should. No, he has guts. Why did I think he had no guard? It's very interesting how people come into the stream and start asking me about Discord. No, I did not have a Discord. I was probably going to make a Discord so I could message Amika about a design setup thing. But in terms of Instagram, I have my own personal Instagram, but I don't have one associated with the account. It's kind of awkward when you're at that like stage where like you're just killing everything in one hit, because then you don't have to like think about it at all. You're just mashing A, and I guess tallying as well. Man, we're at 259 encounters. One thing I was tempted to do, if I could just remember how to do it, is I remember back in the day when I used to stream, there was like a thing that I think would like work really well with the concept of a Professor Oaks challenge, where like it has like the Pokemon walking around on the bottom. Like each viewer selects a Pokemon and they walk around on the bottom of the screen as that Pokemon. But I could not remember how to do it. And then I'm like, that might be kind of stupid. Because then if nobody's here, it's just like just a barren wasteland of space. But I guess in theory, I kind of have that anyway with the left side of the screen. And kind of like the mid to top right of the screen. But it's also like, what more do I need to put on this screen? It would just be about maximizing what we have. I think at 4.5 hours, I'm gonna call it. Enough time to like grind a bunch of levels. Ironically, that we've only evolved 2 Mons. Which is like in 2 hours. That's kind of wild. I mean, I guess Bidoof is close now. Enemy Machop is closer. We haven't really accomplished much. But I guess that is the life of a Professor Oak's challenge. One thing that's kind of weird about the way the stream setup is that, like, I have Streamlabs OBS up on the side, right? Like, I have a 2 monitor setup, so I have it on the second monitor. And on the far right side of my right screen is where chat shows up, right? But I will see a message in chat show up on the, like, fake, like, oh, here's what your stream looks like. Like, the chat will show up there before it'll show up on the right side. Which makes no sense. You would figure it would show up on the right side first. But, if we learn another move here, another attacking move, that'd be great. It is kind of humorous, because anybody who's watching this on YouTube, like, it's not streaming live, but it'll be uploaded to YouTube. They're just going to see, like, the chat is just people going, like, your stream needs this. It needs this. And they're going to be like, why would I go over to watch his stream when he needs this and this? Just a little humorous tidbit. I might just switch Machop, because 15 PP is a lot to, like, wear down. Endeavor being 5, like, I could just mash A through that. And then we struggled twice and died. It probably wasn't worth it. And that'll be our last PP from Machop. I'm not gonna grind out 15 focus energies just to save a few seconds. Probably wouldn't even... No, there's no probably. It would not save any time. Move Badoo back. Come on, we'll get Zubat up to, like, level 6. Because he can't defend himself yet. I think all he has is Leech Life. If he had, like, Wing Attack, I think he's gonna learn Bite first. Nice, level 4. At bare minimum, we're, like, running around a lot, so we are gaining steps to boost friendship. So even when we're not leveling up, we are still accomplishing something. Because from what I remember, there's just a lot of friendship evos. I think I counted it the other day and it was like 11. And for whatever reason, Gen 4 has all of them. They just really like their friendship Evos. Supersonic, that's not that helpful. Now, Loki, I think Supersonic's like a bottom tier move. Like, it doesn't really do much. At least when I use it, it feels like the opponent just snaps out of it. And then I'll get confused and I'll hit myself. And like the other day, I counted, I hit myself 4 times in a row. Because I was doing Sapphire and it just kept happening over and over again. I'm just like, why do I get so unlucky with that? But I assume everybody probably feels they get unlucky with Confusion. Because it's probably one of those things like when you are lucky with it, you aren't thinking about it. That was one step. But you aren't thinking about it. It's just a thing that happens. You're just like, oh, I killed this Pokemon. You're not thinking about the fact that you broke through Confusion again. Maybe what I should do is come up with like a theme for the shiny Pokemon. I think about that because I see Lucky here, and I'm like, Lucky Charms. Like, I have Lucky Charms in my pantry. Maybe I'll name the shinies we get after cereal. And that could be kind of a fun little thing to do. Who doesn't love cereal? Or I guess, quote, cold cereal, unquote. Because I think some people call, like, oatmeal cereal as well. I don't know if that's correct, but it's a thing they do. Nice. Lucky leveled up. Only 18 more levels to go. Lucky will definitely be in the team for the long haul. And I definitely have to put Ponyta in the team soon. Because him being level 40, and I think some of the wild Ponytas have Flash Fire, so I wouldn't be able to just spam whatever moves in the front. I'd have to use like Tackle and Stomp. I think we'll go to, I don't know, I hate switch training. It's always so boring. Maybe we'll go to level 9. I don't know, because Lucky's getting low on health. But I guess this will be like 70 experience, so, yeah. That's not that bad. That's like halfway to a level. My God, so I'm out of background color. There ain't no background color. What does box look like? I kind of like boxed better. And if I crank that up, yeah, that might make a little more sense. Oh, and that's why I didn't make it bigger, because it's scaling left and right too. Okay. And that way the chat won't just sit on the screen forever, because I keep looking at it like, oh, is there a chat? And there's nothing there. It might make more sense to have it time off after a few minutes. If I'm following, I have it set to 2 minutes. So if a chat's on there for 2 minutes, it just wipes away. Now they're boxed, too, which might look kind of cool. But yeah, I think I'll have to get a bot. I can't remember how I did a bot before, though. Like, it would probably just have something to explain what a POC is. Maybe one that does, like, the YouTube channel. Kind of move people both ways. And these Machops really take 2 hits to kill, even at level 18. Okay, I think we're going to run back and heal. I figure we have 20 more minutes left on this stream. It would be kind of nice to get at least Bidoof evolved. And then do a check for Badoo. See if he's ready to evolve. I can't imagine he is. I guess we could check how many steps we're at. Oh, that's a good back crack. That was really awkward timing. And yeah, we're only at 5,800 steps, so I don't think we actually are close enough. Nope, we don't want to fish here. Put Machop up there. And then slide. No, we'll leave Zubat there. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of like the boxed look better. Where, like, there's at least, like, a backdrop to it. And I guess that explains why it's asking about background color. That's how you gotta feel listening to this music. You're just bopping along. Such good music. And if I could just remember how to move chat to the left side. I'm pretty sure there's a way to do that. That's just making chat bigger. I want to make chat bigger. Chat appearance, maybe? No. Yeah, actually, I would like timestamps for new messages. That is useful. I don't remember how to do it. I think it's closing it, yeah. Which, I don't want to close chat. Gotta have chat open. I don't know. I know there's a way to move it, or at least there used to be. But I'm saying that, like, nobody can see what I'm talking about. Because, like, I have the DS emulator on my left screen. It's, like, way off to the left. My second monitor, my first monitor, realistically. And then I have Streamlabs on the second monitor, and then chat's all the way on the right. So it's like I have to actually rotate my head to look at chat. Which is just a little bit too much of an ask. I guess it's really not. I can just pivot over all the time. But then my neck might hurt. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get Bidoof to 15 like this, just because we're battling so many Geodudes. And I really don't trust him to beat a Machop. I think it's level 5. He could beat a level 5 Machop. But I'd really like him to battle some Ponytas. There's a crit. I feel like he's gotten a lot of crits. Maybe that's all in my head. No, and then he misses right behind it, so it all balanced out. Yeah, we're only level 11. Keep getting Geodude. I'd rather not have to have him switch trained again. We're already under half health. Bidoof, you're just not getting the job done. I can't remember if he learns Water Gun as a Bidoof or if it's only as Bibarel. I'm starting to feel like it might just be as Bibarel. The level 5 Ponyta outspeeds us. That's kind of crazy. I guess we're in a speed tie, but we're 7 levels above it. Why are we being outsped? Yeah, it's not even a 2-hit kill. Bidoof, you are really lowering the bar here, man. I guess it was a 2-hit kill. I guess it's just a low roll and then a high roll. There's a lot of Machops. I'm pretty sure Machop isn't like 60% encounter here. I don't want to switch out. Oh, okay, there we go. Bidoof gets a crit. It all balanced out. Ponyta, that's what we want. We want the experience. That is one of the things that makes Platinum a little more bearable. I know in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, in Section 1, it's like, I think your best experience you can get is from a Bellsprout. And it's like best case 60. You also have the benefit of being able to pick Totodile, who evolves at 30 instead of... I mean, I guess in theory, I could have picked Turtwig. Level 7. We are going to switch out on that. But I prefer Piplup. Piplup's way cooler. So I shouldn't say way cooler. He is slightly cooler. Rollout. I mean, sure, it's an attacking move. Better than Growl. Of course, we still have nothing to beat this Geodude with. I'm pretty sure that means he has to learn Water Gun at Evolution. Because we're not going to have him learn a move again at the next level. Aside from moves like Rest, Snore, and Sleep Talk. And I guess Spit Up, Swallow... What is the third move? I can't think what the third move is. But aside from those moves, I don't think Pokemon generally learn moves at the same level either. So it's like... Yeah, probably SOL. He's probably learning Water Gun as he evolves to Bibarel at 15. Now, Ponyta, we do have a super effective move against it now. I mean, tackle's 35, rollout's, I think, 30 to start. And then stab, 52, so it's really not that much stronger. I think it's only 8 points stronger. But, I mean, it got the job done. I gotta say, today's stream is a lot different from yesterday's. Because yesterday was like, I had to keep coming over here and adjusting the counter of the Pokemon we caught. In the day, I only had to do that twice. But last time I had to do it 21 times. And the fall off is real. And this is Pokemon number 300. If you can believe that. 300 Pokemon in 4 hours, 20 minutes. We do still have Rock Smash PP. In my head, we ran out. I don't know why. That is interesting, though, because, like... I guess in theory, when I'm shiny hunting, I'm dual hunting. At least in the DS games. So it's like, yeah, it makes sense that I would be doing significantly more. But I wouldn't have guessed that actually battling the Pokemon slows it down so much. Because like you can do like 200, 300 encounters an hour when you're just doing the hunts. Which, I mean, I guess is beneficial, because if we are combining this with a shiny badge quest, then we are going to have to deal with that when we get done. And that is one upside. It's like, if it takes more battles, who cares? I do want to get to 14, so we are going to switch. At that point, if it takes, 2,000 battles for us to get done Section 1, it just takes 2,000 battles. Puts us at quarter odds. It still wasn't a level, but oof. And I felt pretty good about that. I was like, we should be fine, but I didn't think about the fact he was going to outspeed us. Good job, Bidoof. You did the dang thing. I guess I'll throw Zubat out there. Get him some EXP. But that does mean next time, I'm pretty sure Bidoof's gonna evolve. Like next run of the Pokemon Center. Still only 18 speed. Jeesh. Machop's so slow. feel like we ran into a lot more Ponytas as Machop than Bidoof. Which, I mean, is good. At least that means Machop's gonna level up faster. Man, Karate Chop's a high critical hit ratio move. It's one of those, like, side effects I never think about. We really went from 21 to 23 Mons. And I guess in theory we might end at 24 if Bidoof happens to have enough friendship, but I don't think it does. Like, the more I think about it, it's probably not even worth trying. Because it's not like we've taken that many steps. I mean, we're at 5,000. It's only like 20 increases. He's leveled up like 7 times. I mean, I really don't think that's enough. Seismic Toss. I mean, it's better than Focus Energy. In theory, too, it should kill anything. Nice to have another attacking move. But look at all those fighting moves. Just all fighting type moves. I've been staring at Machop for so long, I'm noticing that he has like lines in his back, which I guess is supposed to be like muscles, not muscles, but like how his body moves. It's still weird. Still weird. Okay, I think this is gonna be our last battle for Machop. Okay. I guess I should save first. And do a regular save. Oh, it's stopping. It's a lot of data. Big data. Okay. Not cheats. Aha. Save state. In the slot 1. And we're going to come up here. Bidoof, we're going to throw you in the front for a second. their 320th encounter, which I think is the exact same amount we had last time, because I think it was 160. Something like that. You're not going to be able to beat a Ponyta, so I'm going to swap you out real fast. And I guess while we're doing this and not seeing him evolve, might as well say, if you're watching this on YouTube, I appreciate it. You're more than welcome to come over to the Twitch. The Twitch channel will be linked in the description, so you can find your way over here and join in the conversation. If you're watching this on Twitch, I appreciate it. The YouTube channel, I think, is linked to the Twitch channel. It didn't evolve, so it doesn't matter. We're gonna load our state so we don't waste our experience. But yeah, I think that does it. It was point. So appreciate everybody for hanging out, for watching. I'll probably stream tomorrow. It's possible. There's like an 85% chance. But yeah, that's it. So thanks.